Time travel is not possible. There are many problems that arise from it, and from what I know about history, no one has killed Hitler yet. Everyone still does regretful things, and some people go destitute by holding on to bad stocks. But ignoring all of the paradoxes and evidence against it, let's say we really could time travel. Would you save the dog that got hit by a truck a few years ago? Would you tell your past self the answer to a math test? Perhaps you would prevent 9/11, or publish Lord of the Rings before Tolkien does. These, though I am aware of the butterfly effect, are not significant and ambitious enough of a change. I say we go way back to the Renaissance, when Europe was thriving with improvements in the arts and sciences, and use that opportunity to its fullest potential. I will be going by Giovanni Giorgio for humor reasons. My date of birth is 6 Junio, which is June 6th, in the year 1454. But I don't see how that could be useful, since birth certificates didn't exist until the 20th century, so there would be no way they could verify that. My occupation is medical physician. It's what they called pharmaceutical doctors by that time. Now, I know this is kind of ironic, given that I just came back from quarantine, but I would get my hands on a cargo plane of COVID vaccines. The heist would be simple. Just time travel to when America donated its vaccines to other countries and teleport it back with me. I would also need some preparation to do financially, so I'll invest in Bitcoin in 2015, go back to November 12th, 2021 when it was at its peak, and profit. I'll spend it all on jewelry because USD was not an acceptable currency in the 15th century. Before we jump into the far past, remember to carry a history book, military tactics book, loads of antibiotics, and COVID-19. After all that, I'll go to the year 1469, because I'm 15 years old, and start the COVID-69 pandemic. Given that their bodies aren't as immune as the modern man, they would have a worse initial reaction to it. I would provide vaccines for the general population in exchange for an IOU. Conveniently and coincidentally, Piero di Cosimo de' Medici died that year of lung disease. In case you forgot, that is the OG Medici man. He had two very successful sons, Lorenzo and Giuliano. Their father didn't make it in time for my vaccine, and I just saved their lives. This means that their bank is now mine. Don't worry, because they are still in charge, and I won't take anything from them save for their authority. I will provide Leonardo da Vinci a larger canvas for the Mona Lisa, because it is disappointingly small. I will provide proof that the Earth is round and it in fact revolves around the sun, so that 2 centuries later Galileo will not have to become a heretic. Using my dominant social standing, I will instigate a proper and civil trade of resources between North America and Europe after Columbus finds America in 1492. I will trade antibiotics, jewelry, and modern infantry tactics for their gold. This way they have a way to protect themselves from future invasions. Now that my banking business is doing well, I'm getting gold from America, and I already have prepared some jewelry. I will hold enough of a social and economic standing to legalize gay marriage, abortion, and ethical euphemism. I will make laws for the public to follow basic hygiene and for citizens under 18 to learn self-defense. I wish I could do more, but sometimes mankind has to figure things out themselves, and learning from past mistakes is the best way to prevent future ones. In other words, even if I stopped Christopher Columbus from discovering America, someone else would do it for him. History has a way of making things happen, and we improved ourselves through every conflict. Let's jump to the present. It seems like the history books have a whole new chapter about an Asian kid in the Italian Renaissance. He was very ahead of his time and grew to power using his cure for COVID-69. The COVID-19 pandemic wouldn't be such a big deal because most of the world already took the vaccine centuries ago. Galileo goes on to invent a whole lot of things because he wasn't in house arrest. The United States is called something else because the majority of their population is Native American. A lot of the US advancements would not be the case, too. NASDAQ, Dow Jones, Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon. All of these companies will not exist, replaced by something else. Italy now has a head start, and hopefully they maintain that progress and aim to be a pacifist. Napoleon might run into trouble trying to invade Italy in 1796. Renaissance-wise, they had a lot of improvements in security, medicine, military tactics, and had more funding for the arts and sciences. The Mona Lisa is now larger scale, and there should be more sculptures, paintings, and fancy buildings.
Coming from my mind, vocal percussion on a whole nother level. Coming from my mind.